it's me.
Why are you wearing the mask?
Sorry, didn't mean to startle you.
Yeah, well, there are better ways you could not mean to startle someone.
Your private room. You have Amelie to thank for that.
Where is she?
We don't know.
She didn't head back east?
No, but after she saw to you, she contacted HQ and left us a message.
Saying what?
I'm going to finish what Bridget started. Just that, and then... gone.
Bridget. I saw Bridget on the beach.
Sam, please. You yourself burned her body, remember?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but she's there, apparently.
Remained on the beach. Couldn't have. Not even if it was her daughter's beach.
Check the logs. You've got them, don't you?
Sorry. We didn't get any of it. The only record we have is the one in your head. What else do you remember?
That guy was there too. Cliff. He took Die Hardman hostage.
The director?
That part you believe?
Well, it would explain why we haven't heard from him for so long. I always suspected him. But now I'm starting to piece together a different narrative. Something's been bothering me, you see.
Just one thing?
We've been operating on the assumption that Higgs was controlling Cliff. But that can't possibly be correct. Because Higgs is gone, and Cliff is still causing trouble.
You think Cliff is the mastermind?
Yes. He's likely holding Amelie and the director captive on the beach.
Huh.
And that's where I'm going. Wait a minute. Where's Fragile?
She's safe here with us. But so long as you're over there, she won't be able to send you to the beach.
What?
You must understand, Sam. While you were unconscious, the situation changed quite a bit. We'll explain everything, I promise. But first, you should rest. All right?
Fuck rest. I'm going back to that beach.
And little Lou doesn't need a break either, I take it?
You are tired. Okay, the situation's changed. While you're over here, are we not in end space?
Extend the Chiral Network from coast to coast. And you dealt with Higgs, the UCA's enemy #1. We couldn't have come this far without you. But there is still one final step. We have to swear in a new president and establish a functioning government. Only then will America be whole again.
Why don't you save that shit for someone who cares? I've done my part. Fuck America. We've got bigger problems now.
I hear you, Sam. Government is the least of our concerns at this point. Cliff has Amelie, which means there may not be anything left to govern come tomorrow. If tomorrow comes at all.
Then why aren't we out there doing something about it? I don't care what she is, only that we get her back.
Right you are. Rescuing Amelie and averting the 6th extinction are one and the same. But neither will be possible unless you first come back east. We are in no position to give you orders, of course. But believe me when I say...
Heartman's approach is a lot better than Deadman's. That's got to be said.
Sam, everyone's here but you.
Fragile transported us back to headquarters.
You okay?
Never been better.
And Lochner as well.
Delivering so many people in such a short amount of time is... No.
Mama. No, Lochner.
Yeah, I'm here too. Figured I should lend a hand.
Everyone's
We're all waiting
uniting.
for you, Sam.
No way in hell am I hauling myself all the way back there. Come on, Fragile. Let's do this.
I can't, Sam. And not just because I'm a wreck. It isn't safe to use the beaches to move people anymore.
The Chiral Network's coming undone.
Become far more frequent, possibly as a result of expanding the network nationwide. Too many beaches sharing the same space, wires get crossed, and so forth. You can see the toll it's taking on the network itself.
With things the way they are, it's too dangerous to risk jumping through a beach. Even if I reach a beach, There's no telling where I'll come out on the other side. And I could get stuck in there. That's why I can't go to you either. But if I could get to the entrance of the beach, I should be able to get you there.
The beaches are still there after all. I can personally attest to that.
Ah, you're still going there.
So yeah, you will need to hold yourself all the way back here. But once you have, I promise I'll take you to Amelie. Straight to her beach.
The two of you share a very special connection. Your dreamcatcher, her kipu. They are no mere trinkets. They are singular, irreplaceable totems, embodiments of your shared memories. Two sides of a coin. The price of entry to her beach. Dreamcatchers are a product of Native American tradition, that of the Ojibwe people, to be precise. They were said to ward off nightmares, to alter one's dreams. If Dooms is indeed Amelie's gift to us, her shared dream of our future, perhaps your totem is an invitation to change it. A test, challenging you to find hope amid their hopelessness. While we await your return, I'll search the beach for Amelie and the director. I doubt my ties to them are strong enough, but better that than sitting around doing nothing.
I'll see if I can't find something in the records on the three of them. Maybe they're more connected than we know.
We're waiting for you. The way home should be easier, right?
Yeah, I built up a fair bit of infrastructure.
You already know the way.
The question I need to know is how do I get...
Oh.
Maybe you should have that one.
Finders keepers. Now, get out of there and make sure
That's
you
funny.
head east towards Lake Knot City. There's no cargo to deliver this time. Or rather, you're the cargo. That's the mission.
Okay, to Lake Knot City, though.
Gross.
I like his final comment to that is... gross. Oh, the Chronicles of Aaron. We got Jake Wind. And... a final request for pizza. Again, didn't we already do this? Alright, let's read that. Chronicles of Aaron Chapter 4. I'm very, very invested in Aaron Hill's quest here. Oh, okay. I did it, Sam. Your safe house is ready and waiting for you. I just got to Mountain Knot City and figured this would be a good time to write and let you know. Man, I was so sure I was going to get ambushed by terrorists or run into a bunch of BT somewhere along the way, but nope. Made it there and back in one piece. I don't want to make myself out as a hero, though. The safe house had already been built by the time I reached Mountain Knot City. Maybe HQ didn't trust me to do the job and asked someone else to take care of it? No, they wouldn't do that. And besides, we don't have the people to spare. Someone must have built it, though, but who? You know what, though? The safe house wasn't all I found waiting for me. There was a ladder, too. Makes one hell of a difference to know you're not alone. Cheered me up no end. So we went all that way... just to not do it? Was it you who put it there? If it was, thanks. Kind of feel like we're partners now. Came across a bunch of dropped cargo, thought I'd do somebody a good turn by delivering it, but, well, it was too heavy. Had to leave it behind. Still, I was riding high. I even got up the nerve to finally try a cryptobiote at one point. Not my thing, I have to say. Some porter I met a ways back told me I ought to try and eat one a day. Screw that. Oh, and he said he'd drop by the safe house with some materials once it was up and running. I'd wager a whole bunch of people leaving stuff down there for others now. Doesn't take long for word to spread throughout our little community, after all. We're not alone out here, Sam. Don't you ever forget that. Stay strong. So we went back to Mountain Knot City. Aw, I was hoping he'd be out here now. Jake Wind. I've only seen Amelie's hologram. Dear Sam, mind if I ask you a personal question? I heard you're a Strand. The President raised you like you were her own. Oh, are we adopted siblings, then? We're her adopted son. I thought it was a... okay. Which means you must have grown up with Amelie. What was she like? I've only ever seen her holograms. I mean, I get it. Security precautions, can't risk letting separatists and terrorists know where she is. But man, what I wouldn't give to really meet her, to see her in the flesh. She seems like such an amazing person. And that's all from the holo messages. If you ever do catch up to her, I hope you tell me about it. Okay. Alright, Peter Englert. He's got a nice long message, and it's another final request. My dear Mr. Sam Bridges, I write to you with tidings somewhat more weighty than those to which you may have been grown accustomed. By the time this reaches you, I will have been condemned to the beach, having been rendered powerless by you-know-who. But I know that I will forever cherish the memory of each and every pizza you so kindly delivered to my doorstep. Alas, there is a singular blemish upon our relationship, a singular regret that weighs upon my soul. It concerns the one wish you so cruelly failed to grant me. I speak, of course, of my delivery from Lake Knot City to South. I will admit I am not one to forgive and forget, and this flaw compels me not to allow you to forget either. Consigning my package to the bottom of a tar lake instead of seeing it to its intended destination was an unconscionable act hardly befitting a professional porter. For shame. But let us not cry over spilt milk. If you would do me one final favour, I have faith I can find it in my heart to forgive you. You must know in yours what I am about to ask, yes? Pizza. 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 This delivery denouement may prove a tad tricky even for an experienced professional, though. The delectable delight in question awaits you at the first prepper's shelter, atop our snow-capped peak, and must be transported intact thence to my front door. It certainly shan't be easy, but I have the utmost faith in the man who delivers pizza. Furthermore, as an expression of my goodwill, I have unlocked the entrance to my private quarters. You may peruse my secrets to your heart's content. I have the honour to be your obedient servant, Higgs Monaghan. Monaghan. Whatever. I as soon as he said, alright, consigning my package to the bottom of a tar lake pit, I was like, it's been Higgs all the time. What a twist. Oh well. I was hoping it would be a AI. I never considered Higgs, really, because why would I? But, you know. But I'd like to go see that. So you want me to pick it up from the first prepper's shelter? The first prepper. Okay. Okay, now, of course it was. Alright, Luke. He's all fixed up. So what we've just done has also created chiral spikes, which is destroying the network we just finished building. Okay. Let's obviously drink up. Oh well. That didn't do anything. Yeah, you can only really drink 3. I just hope my zip lines and roads are still in good enough nick for me to get back nice and quick. Though I still have to do that mission up for Englert. I'm gonna follow through on that. That's the long and short of it. Aha, Bridget.
A BB candidate.
Either that, or...
The president's wearing the mask. What does the mask do?
Foundation.
We're still covering Die Hard Man's face. Episode 10, Die Hard Man. It's just a private room. Where's all my stuff? Thank you, Aaron Hill. Although you didn't actually build it. Oh my god, the Aurora. Sorry, I didn't have... All I've got is a single blood bag. Alright, I'm gonna need to make stuff. Sorry, let me have a look at that. Oh, there's all my... There's all my points. I was wondering why they didn't pop in before. Okay. 2 ladders. 2 PCCs. 1 climbing anchor level 2. 3 more blood bags. 2 more pairs of Bridget's boots. I don't know if I've got an all-terrain skeleton on me. I don't. Level 4 armor plate. I hope I've got enough material for this. I need that oxygen mask. 2 thermal pads. Power glove. Need all my stuff back. Bowler gun. Non-lethal assault rifle. Level 3. That's all it'll allow me to create in one go, apparently. I think I filled out the list. There we go. Attached to the right shoulder. Attached to the left shoulder. Put on back. Put on those gloves. Attached to the right hip. Attached to the left hip. Carry that. And the non-lethal assault rifle. I'm also going to want to double check everything else. Let's not make a vehicle here. Ah, yes. Hematic grenades. Level 2. 4 of those. Double check there's nothing else. I think between the assault rifle and the bowler gun and the hematic grenades, I should be able to deal with anything that comes my way. Okay. It's all Timefall around here. Is there now officially Timefall everywhere? No, there are breaks. Now, I've got to find the first porter. Is it the veteran porter? Let's double check that. Atop a snow-capped peak. All these are flashing. It's entirely possible the first porter could be up here. On top of a peak. So, if it's in the mountains, it's not the veteran porter. No, I'll keep my eye open for lost cargo for the first porter. But meanwhile, I'm heading for Lake Knot.
Sam, it's Hartman.
Hello.
Be advised that chiral density in regions predisposed to strandings has increased dramatically. No doubt the beach is to blame. BTs drawn into our world under these circumstances may be affected in unpredictable ways.
Okay. Unpredictable BTs. Yeah, I know. Auroras. It's all green. it seems like a magnetic storm. Now, I remember the way up to the terrorist camp. I'm gonna need to get up to the paleontologist and then back towards Mountain Knot City. That's my fastest way down to Lake Knot, is to get to Mountain Knot City.
This is fucking pointless. It's no use.
He's getting despondent now on me, Sam. Don't lose heart. Okay. So let's just check I'm heading the right way. I'm trying to get back up to this terrorist zone. Seems like a bad idea, doesn't it? I'm not going to pick up any lost cargo unless it's for the first porter, which is what I'm expecting to find. Or anyone I don't know. But I'm going to follow this guy's footsteps. Trace the paths of those that came before us on our long, long road to Port Knot City.
Listen to what I say. Keep it in mind, dear son of mine. Remember when you wake, the advice I gave. I hope it keeps you safe when I'm not around. When I'm not around. When I'm not around. When I'm not around. Look at how far we've come, forwards and back, backwards and forth. My arrow is pointed straight, just like guitar. But what will I do when you're not around? When you're not around. When you're not around. When you're not around. My arrow is pointed straight, just like guitar. But what will I do?
And we're back on the road. And I've borrowed a bike because I couldn't be bothered walking the rest of the way. Deadman has called me up a couple of times on the transit across the central region. Hello. And has given us a little bit of information on the matter of Cliff. So I'll just slot that in here to add a bit of context, but so far it's been mostly speculation. Hello, dead man.
Sam,
What's up?
do you copy?
Yes.
Clifford Unger and wanted to share
I like how
my
Sam never
thoughts.
responds to that. Do you
To
copy?
recap,
Just silence.
Unger was a U.S. Special Forces operative whose retirement roughly coincided with the death Stranding. After he left the service, he somehow became involved in the early BB experiments.
His BB.
However, he died before they ended. Now, while the circumstances surrounding his death are not entirely clear, I'm beginning to suspect that these battlefields of his are at least partially sustained by his enduring emotional attachments. Anger, resentment, regret. I'm pretty sure it's got something to do with the BB
It was his
experiments.
child, so he regrets losing him.
Given his repeated attempts to steal Lou, Cliff seems to be driven by a compulsion to reclaim our BB, as if that will make him whole again. A compulsion so powerful that he was not only able to drag himself from the depths of hell, but bring a piece of that hell along with him. One thing's for sure, he's nothing like a BT. We need to know the whole story about his death.
He is
and
a...
his
He's
connection
something
to
like a...
BB
well...
experiments. I'll keep
The
you
Odradek thinks he's a
and let you
BT.
know what I find, Sam.
Okay.
Sam, you're not going to believe what I found. It's about the BB experiments, their true purpose. According to official records, they were
Yeah, she
continued
definitely was
secretly
involved in
under
their
President
construction.
Strand, supposedly with the primary objective of developing BT detectors and preventing void-outs.
But in actual
Any
fact,
advancements that could be applied to the fields of chiral communications and beach research were meant to be of purely secondary benefit. But it turns out, that's just a cover story. The truth is, Sam, BBs were originally conceived as catalysts for the operation of the chiral network.
hence the one I handed into Edge Knot City.
Infrastructure of Knot cities for that very reason. Every single one you've brought into the fold. It was probably Amelie herself who installed them as she moved west with the first expedition, carrying out her mother's grand plan, making sacrifice after sacrifice on the altar of progress. President Strand told the people what they wanted to hear, and did what she thought had to be done. Also, America could be whole again. But I'm starting to wonder if it didn't cost her her soul.
Yeah, and it makes you wonder to the legitimacy of the country.
Greatest creation, our proudest achievement, and our guiltiest sin. I don't know how to feel about it all. Maybe if we knew more about Cliff and the BB experiments, we'd be better placed to judge. I'll be in touch.
Alright. So evidently Deadman thinks there's some fuckery happening, and that Cliff's was in the middle of it back in the day. Anyway, we'll be back at Lake Knot City's... Oh no, he's gonna call us now. Timing.
Sam, I see you're coming up on Lake
Nicely
Knot.
done, Deadman.
Stay strong. We're all rooting for you to finish the job and come home safe. By the way, I've made more progress in a certain investigation. It seems that Clifford Unger willingly put his own child in the care of the scientists conducting the BB experiments.
But then changed his mind.
He did so completely unaware of their true intentions. This is pure speculation, but I think when Cliff found out about their plans, he attempted to reclaim custody. And after he failed, the BB remained in the program's care.
My baby.
In which case, he would have every reason to bear a grudge towards the president, the woman who allowed it all to happen.
Allowed? I think she ordered it.
But just because President Strand is dead, doesn't mean his hate died with her. No, I think he redirected it towards Bridges.
He seemed to be
Towards
taking...
you and Amelie
No.
and anyone close to the director. And now that
Seemed like
hate is driving him to set in
Strand
motion the last Stranding.
called him
To
in.
bring an end to the world as we know it. Why else would Cliff hold Amelie hostage on the beach? He must know that she's an EE. There's no time to lose. You have to save her and the director. Though I still don't understand how he managed to travel to her beach in the first place. There
He
must
has
be more to their
dooms.
relationship. I'll see what I can find.
Alright. Yeah, what I'll do is I'll just slot in all of the ones I ran into before then, because I can't figure a more elegant way to integrate his previous calls. Go away. But yeah, the infrastructure did make it a little easier. I only had to make it to the distribution center near South Knot City. They're trying to catch me. I'm gonna go away from them. God, there it is. There's the Supercell.
Got a moment, Sam? It's about the director.
I think it was expecting me to use a bike all the way back.
The jump to Amelie's beach if they didn't share a strong personal connection, right?
Right.
Well, I looked, and I couldn't see one. The network should have contained something, anything, but there was nothing whatsoever.
Unless Die Hard Man has
His entire
been...
life prior to his
Yeah.
tenure with Bridges has been redacted.
I've got a bit of information. He's called John, and I've got a bit of information about his opinions, but...
to consider another possibility.
He did know her.
The director and Amelie who have a connection, but the director and Clifford Unger. And what if that connection is what facilitated the director's jump to Amelie's beach? If it's those two who have a personal history,
Which they do.
then it might explain why Cliff is holding the director hostage as well. But even if that were the case, it doesn't answer the bigger question. How the hell did the two of them end up on Amelie's beach?
Sam, Hartman here. There's
Hello.
something else I'd like you to consider. A guess, albeit an educated one, concerning Cliff's objective.
Not unlike yours, I take
Somehow,
it.
with the aid of the Chiral Network, our individual beaches have begun to coalesce, resulting in the formation of a single massive seam. Should this process continue, there is a risk that BTs will flood across into our world, bringing about a death stranding on a heretofore unprecedented scale. Now, Clifford Unger's battlefields and my own beach appear to be unaffected by this phenomenon, existing entirely in isolation. They do not and have never intersected with others. But what if there were another class of beach, one that exists on a higher plane, that was responsible for setting this process in motion? And what if the beach in question were none other than Amelie's?
That's her
Cliff may
power
have
as an
some
extinction
director,
entity.
But I believe his true aim was to seize control of Amelie's beach, to exploit its power over every other beach, and trigger the last stranding. It's the only rational explanation for Cliff's actions, which is why you have to stop him.
If Hartman's right, then we're in serious trouble.
And I get the feeling I'm
The
gonna
Chiral Network in Amelie's beach to trigger
end
the
up
last
back
stranding.
in the war.
That's why Higgs went after Amelie, wasn't it? If it was Cliff who put him up to it. Yeah, it all fits. With the last stranding, he'll finally have his revenge against the world that stole his life and his child. You've got to stop him, Sam. You've got to make the jump to Amelie's beach as soon as possible. Get in and get her back. It's our only hope. If you can't, then we're all doomed.
Alright. Clifford Unger's not exactly unwarranted in his wanting to take out Bridges and Amelie and all the rest. However, if he does that, everything goes kablooey, so we've got to stop him, regardless of how just his cause might be, or how justified his actions may be. Bridget, Die Hard Man, they're not good people. But the entire world comes first. God, the whales being flown up into the tornado is such an awesome sight. Watch out for whales. Get behind something, maybe. And off we go.
I found out I was gonna be a father. I was so scared. Scared of what it would mean.
Is he dying?
There for you. Hey, Mom. No matter what.
He's been shot, I take it.
I couldn't just go off and get myself killed anymore.
Hand it over.
And Die Hard Man.
Shoot him! I gave you an order. Shoot him!
And that'd be the relation. He was the one that killed him. Under Strand's orders. Complete episode 10, Die Hard Man. Well, we know what happens next, I think. And a Huey. Welcome to the Vietnam War. Finally, at long last. I've been waiting for this one. I love the Vietnam War aesthetic. And he's wearing Die Hard Man's mask. It's another type of mask, much like Higgs's. Yeah, they've got air support now, and not just... They got helicopter support in any case. Clifford Unger. Unger, Clifford, now Clifford Unger. Welcome to Hell on Earth. The jungles of Vietnam. Alright, moving to mouse and keyboard for this bit. Freaking hell. Low-flying Hueys. Very low-flying Hueys. I want... I need everything back. My armor plating particularly. What do you think? Come on. Okay. That one... Let's organize this. I want my armor on, for starters. I hate that I have to do this every single time. I might as well have the thermal pads. I don't think I'll need them, given the climate in this part of the world. But might as well have it properly attached. Okay. Okay. Let's prep up the non-lethal assault rifle. Right. There could be VC anywhere. There's the napalm. Eyes open for everyone, including the Americans, by the way. And somewhere in this mess... Good God. Just lighting this forest up. Somewhere in this mess is our target.